Replay. Just as a song, just as I heard that the song was ending, one of my alarms started going off, so I had to run. But we're here. I'm alive. Yeah. Hair is getting in my mouth. So, welcome. I originally wasn't really going to stream today. I know that's not the first time I say that, but it is melting. It is right now. It is 30 degrees Celsius in my apartment, so I am completely just molten, dead and gone. But you know what? We might as well make the time until it starts cooling down a bit more bearable. Once the sun actually goes down enough that it starts getting a little dark, I'll open all windows and hope it starts cooling off enough. But I think I really have to seriously start considering buying an air conditioner because, well, it's not a tall apartment building. It's literally only 3 apartments, but I live in a roof apartment, and if anybody else that has ever lived in one of these can tell you that roof apartments, like, if it's 24 degrees outside, then it can easily get 28 in here. That's how that tends to work. But how about you? We put your stream in the freezer. That's an idea. I'll rent like one of those industrial freezers, and I'll just put like a gamer setup in there, and I'll do freezer streams. That sounds epic. I mean, I do have some ice cream. It's like it's been in there for months, and I don't know. Like, does ice cream go bad if it's just constantly frozen? Like, I'm kind of scared at this point to even open that ice cream anymore. But I'm thinking that tomorrow I am probably just gonna go to the store and like stock up on a shit ton of ice cream. And I know I shouldn't, because if I eat too many milk products, I have something that's like a very mild form of lactose intolerance. Like, I can have a bowl of cereal, I can have a yogurt drink, but I can't have both at the same time, or I'm going to have a very bad time. But still, I'm so tempted to just like grab all kinds of ice cream and just like really just stock up. It can go bad, but it takes like a year or 2 years. Well, I'll just get it out of the freezer whenever I can be bothered, and we'll see if it's still good or not. But I mean, not the local supermarket. All the supermarkets that's a little bit further away from me, like a kilometer or something, has a shit ton of different kinds of goofy ice cream. Or maybe I might just order some. Actually, can you even do that? I've never tried that, like online ordering ice cream. So I don't really know what would happen if I tried. Oh, we are already set to the game. Okay. Yeah, I just realized I've never actually tried that. You know what? I'm gonna go look at the expiration date real fast. It says 03/2023, so that means until that is literally like, well, not literally, but still like until next year. Depending on how long I end up streaming, I might have a little bit of ice cream to help me cool down. Because I am getting super sweaty. Like, one of the things I hate, and that's probably weird, like, I hate showering when it's dark. Like, normally I only shower when it's light. I don't know why, but like when it's dark, I tend to get a bit more depressed than I normally am during the day. So when it's dark, I just wanna, during the time that I'm still awake, I just want to distract myself. So I tend to not like be alone with my thoughts in the shower when it's dark. But in the summer, I kind of have to wait until it becomes dark. And, you know, it's not actively going to make me sweat as soon as I come out of the shower again. Normally, expiration date on account for unopened products. I mean, it's not in, like, the freezer, it's like in the little freezer thingy that's inside my fridge. Wait, did I even close it properly? like little freezer holes that are in a fridge. They tend to not be as nearly as cold. But still, it's ice cream, it'll be fine. But good God, I am sweating. I'm only wearing pants right now because I don't like sitting on this chair with my bare ass, and still like, God. Oh shit, I completely forgot, yeah, because the music tends to play of this game also plays when you're not in game. Yeah, the weather thing says it's only meant to be 24 degrees, but inside my apartment right now is 30. What the fuck is this? If I ever move, like, not for the life of me, you're ever getting me in a roof apartment again. Like, it's a great apartment, don't get me wrong, for what I pay. Like, it has a good it has a lot of things that you want from an apartment, like good location, like it's near stores, it's close to train station, close to bus stations. Like, the location is super good, the space and everything is fine as well, but holy shit, roof apartments suck. It's just so hot. Like, it's always going to be hotter in here than it is outside, so when it's like in the 30s outside and in here, I need to take a shower every hour or something just to be comfortable, and that's painful. I'm waiting for it to start. Yeah, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Let me actually show you. Yesterday I ended up playing a ungodly amount on... Well, basically, I set this one as my main character, and... yeah, I finally got her the pants as well, so she no longer has to run around in her underwear. But this is still my favorite character. I just enjoy like her playstyle a lot. But the thing is, like, I was very confused with the storyline because she starts at level 50, so like a lot of characters are different from how I remembered them. Like, all kinds of stuff had changed, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I'm not following. Like, it was all very confusing to me, and so I figured, okay, I should probably just play as one of the other characters first, in order to understand the lore of the game. So I understand like all these characters that on this character have changed so much. Why have they changed? How have they changed? What happened? And I ended up playing on this character a ton. I mean, I've been going pretty slowly with her because I've been grinding cosmetics. Like, the hat and glasses she's wearing right now are part of a new set that I'm working on. The mask is part of the set I unlocked before that, and the rest of her outfit is part of I don't know, I think it's the set that I unlocked after the mask, after the set that this mask is part of. But yeah, so I've been playing this character a lot, and I've kind of gotten a little bit better at this character. Don't get me wrong, I'm still mostly button mashing. But I figured, like, for the sake of streaming, I should probably not play with this character. That's going to be, like, super confusing. So I figured I would just continue playing on the character that we've played as on stream before. There we go. That was a very long-winded explanation. Well, only that last line really mattered. Anyway, welcome. Oh, right. This is also the character that we named... Wait, no. This is the one that you named... Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. Which one was the one that I named after you, then? I know I named one of my characters after you. Oh, we named the cat girl after you. Oh yeah, I made this character to show like the story because I think she has a... No, technically she's the only non-human out of the characters you can play. I mean, eventually I'm probably going to end up like getting to end game with all of them. But most likely I'm going to get... Well, I'm going to most likely play this character until I kind of get to the same point where this character is in the story, if that's possible. And then I'm going to play this character till the end first, then I'll catch this character up, and yeah, it's gonna go all over the place. No, I'm not setting a secondary password. I'll probably make one of each character just to have the story for them. Yeah, it's like I don't know, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but I like seeing the different ways different characters react to the situations. And there's small differences, like because that other character with the ponytail is technically like one of those people that's created by the net company. She has like very different motivations and reactions to things. Wait, I was going to do some... Oh, right, I need to... hang on. I'm not going to be able to look at chat while I'm after this. I have my little cheat list of where to find the memorials. Wheelchair is episode 2, Sad Wink. What? Wheelchair episode. Hold on. Is this R square? Is that the one? Let's see. Best showtime. Let's see. Control zone, R square. Press over. Wait. Hold up. Which one do I need? Oh, best showtime. Here we go. Okay, so we need episode 2. Oh, I actually still... Okay, we'll do it on Maniac, because I do still need to like get this one to 5 out of 5. Section 1 will be on the left side of the helicopter that you spawn. Oh, I see it. That's why I never found it. It was just jack shit in the middle there. Wow, the game forced me to run through that poison. Kind of mean. Okay, now I can look at chat again. Well, so far I've really been enjoying the story of the character with the ponytail and the spear character, because like she also has a very unique story, because she's like one of those... She's basically an illegally created soul worker that they thought was a failed project, but not really. Now I am going to have to try and remember how to play this character. Oh right, we don't have a jump attack yet. I mean, from what I remember, Stella was actually one of the easier characters to play, but you know, that's providing I can actually remember how to even play her, which I don't. Well, when in doubt, mash button. Mash all of the button. Huh? Wait, what did I get? Login reward. Sure, give me that. And bonus keys. I always need more bonus keys. Oh right, it's on this character that I have the big hand of fuck you. Right? Yeah, the big hand of fuck you. I love the big hand. Not as much as I love the like active card I'm using on my main character still. The biggest problem I have with is I have on that spear character is actually gear. Normal character creation is slow. No. Well, you've probably seen it if you were here for a previous stream where I like tried to make a character with spend an age buffering and then it booted me out of the game. I'm not sure why it does that, but that does happen sometimes. But basically, like, once you get to the higher tiers of gear, like, what you start needing in order to upgrade that gear becomes, like, materials that I don't know how you're supposed to farm them effectively. It feels like it's extremely grindy at high tiers in this game to get better stuff. Oh, right, that one. Goddammit, I really don't remember what the moves are. Trying to focus on talking at the same time is very confusing. Sure, retaliation. I mean, I don't ever really use retaliation, but we'll level it up anyway. But wait, why is it still... Oh, I can upgrade Soul Scream. And that really is all our points. Oh. Hello. Oh yeah, that attack with the balls. I never really did get a hang on how to use that effectively. Don't you he at me, a bitch. I like that wolf attack, right? That wolf riding attack so much. It's just like the perfect way to just kind of roll in, like, hey, what up? Get fucked. Oh, I overestimated the range of that electricity a little bit. Bonk. Oh my god, these things, even on normal, they go down so much easier than I'm used to after playing the spear character. Which is probably a good thing, because I have no idea what I'm doing right now. That's a big boy! Smack him, hands! Give him some backhands. Oh fuck, wrong attack. I thought that was one. That was the homing one. I mean, well, on the spear character I got a lot better at her after I read the abilities, because I was like, I'm very confused, so I'm just gonna like take all of my abilities off my hotbar and like re-examine them. And that helped me a lot, so maybe I should do this character eventually as well. Oh wait, what did I just get? Song of Lunar. Oh, I can actually make this one. I mean, it'll probably be booty, but I have the materials, so let's craft. I have heard this little jingle so much, it's probably like embedded in my psyche at this point. It's probably, at this point I'm probably turned into some kind of sleeper agent. Minor boots. There we go. I'm probably not gonna grind any outfits for this character that I already have on like the spear character, just because... Well, because I don't want to. Sounds like a pain in the ass. Brooches. Wait, do I even have any brooches? I don't, do I? No, I don't. Okay. I have a feeling I'm forgetting something. But I'm not sure what I'm forgetting. Let's just talk to this guy for now. Hang on. Rocco Town. Oh yeah, how do I check the... I can't remember how to check the completion rate. So this one is 100%. R square is 100%. Oh right, I didn't check. I still need to 100% this one, don't I? Yeah, we still need to 100% this one. Okay, there we go. That's what I was forgetting. For people who don't know this game, basically, if you want the top part of the outfits you can unlock, then you need to 100% everything. It shouldn't be too hard, like manic or not. It's Rocco Town. This is basically like playing the tutorial. Bonk. Wait, did I get paralyzed? They're already dead. Hello, hit me. Get bonked! I love it when enemies group up so I can just AoE spam. Because there's nothing I love more in games like this than to spam the shit out of AoE. so I don't have to actually aim. Yeah, the only ones that are kind of a threat are these super ones, because on Manic, of course, they have a lot more HP. I'm sorry if I stand still a lot. Maybe it's the heat, but I'm like constantly getting a super itch, you know. Game tells me the servers are overloaded. All I did when that happened to me in the past was just like close the game, wait a minute, try again. Like it's scuffed, but what can you do about it? Okay, everybody's dead. No, bad. Does warm weather give me an itchy nose? Like, what kind of bullshit is that? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, because, like, I have... at least I suspect I have, like, what? How do you say it in English? Like, poor blood circulation in my nose, so... In the winter, I'm always one of these people who runs around with, like, a super red nose. So I wouldn't be surprised if the opposite, like too much heat instead of too little, is also doing something that I'm not overly fond of. Hey. No ambushes from behind. Come on, that is mean. Ah, can't break that shield, can you? Bitch. Bonk. I'm not sure whether I'm damage immune while I'm riding the wolves as well, but it's a very good way to escape. Yeah, I still don't like these like slow-moving balls too much. Just doesn't seem like that great of an ability. Oh fuck, these were not regular mobs. I was completely spacing out. Wait, are you done? Yeah, that knockback immunity is just annoying. Like, fuck, just die already. Stop making things difficult for other people, you dick. Oh, is my inventory full? Oh, right. I forgot that my inventory is a lot more limited than on my other character. Wait, did it just... Yeah, I don't need that blueprint in triplicate. 141. Hold on. Is the gear that I have on right now upgraded? Oh no, it's not upgraded. That's why that gear that I found is almost as good as what I'm wearing right now. Yeah, I should do some upgrading. If I just do a couple of side quests, I should be able to gather enough materials. Oh my god, how many of you fuckers are there? Okay, enough with the poison. I fucking hate that poison. I still need to like properly figure out like what this does when you switch mode like that, because I keep forgetting what that actually does, and I never properly use it. Which probably is stupid. Somebody needs to explain it to me. Accidentally pressed character creator button twice and it disconnected me already. That's kind of goofy that can happen so easily, to be honest. No. Okay. Same tactic I always use in boss fights. We enter, we immediately blast super mode, then we blast our active. I mean, this tactic works a little bit better on the spear character because the active that I use on the spear character is one that grabs aggro, so the boss immediately like goes for the other character that I just summoned, and meanwhile I can just do big damage. So I'm kind of hoping I can get my hands on that same card. Oh yeah, we're still gonna have to do a couple of runs. That was a very scuffed cutscene. Well, anyway, the extra times you have to do this we can use to collect more gear, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh my god, I am so sticky that I'm actually tempted to just take like a midstream break later, like in an hour or so. Just so that I can take a shower in the middle of the stream, but with how warm it is right now, if I take a shower again, then I'll just be all sticky again super early. It's really starting to become very tempting to buy an air conditioner, and let me tell you that much. Maybe I should just give in already, spend a little bit of money. Let's. I'm gonna wait. I don't think opening windows right now is going to do much for temperature. I mean, I have all the windows in the other rooms in my apartment open, but one in the main room isn't really open. I mean, it's a lot cooler in the hallway, so I guess I could open my door, but I don't feel comfortable streaming with my door open, even if people can't really hear what I'm doing. Bam, 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 bam. Oh right, and I don't have that unlocked yet, so boom. There we go. That's at least a little bit of space. And which one of you lets me craft stuff? Lost Doctor? What do you mean Lost Doctor? He's right there. He's not lost at all. Wait, which one of you people lets me craft stuff? I'm assuming that would be you. Craft. Wait, how do I use you? Song of Lunar. Yeah, I have all the materials, but I don't see it here. Here, crafting. Wait, what is succession device? Whatever it is, I can't make it. Blueprint modification. Ooh. I wish. Anyway, let's not get distracted. Oh, here it is. Yes, Song of Lunar, but that would actually be really shitty. I could. No, I could not make this thing. I neither have the blueprint. Wait, then what level is the one that I'm using right now? Anti-destructive concrete sound level 15. Well, we should just find the upgrading lady then and do a little bit of upgrading. Wait, where does she even hang out in this town? Upgrade lady, where are you? Item merchant. What? Where are you? I have upgrades to do. I'm sorry. The uncomfortable levels of heat right now are making me kind of stupid. So, am I just missing it, or does the lady that lets you upgrade your gear not exist in this town? Yeah, no, I don't think she's here, because normally she hangs out close to the crafting person, but I don't see her at all. Okay, maybe I'm just being stupid, but whatever. Let's not worry about it then. We'll be fine. Is it over? Yes, it's over. Doesn't look happy about it. You did your part well. Now it really seems to be over. You have defused all the bombs in Rocco Town. They were fireworks, not bombs. Seriously, he just wanted to put on a firework display. Unbelievable. Would have thunk it. Are there people who actually use that word, thunk? Somehow, I don't really get what this is about. What on earth does the blue flame clown want? Did he really just want to celebrate? If so, then all of this was just... No. No, I'd be an idiot if I tried to understand the Vessi. In any case, the immediate threat is gone. That'll do for now. Sorry, I was just like... I just realized like there's a whole like piece of lore that is going on with the spear character that I'm playing on, that I'm like, how is that going to play out with this character? Pretty depressing, right? Should we go and eat something sweet? No thanks. I somehow don't feel like eating today. I see. I don't know how much you've seen of this place, but you should get some rest. No, I don't have time for that. Stella, aren't you overworking yourself? I want to help more. You know what? I want to help even more people. I hate seeing people die right in front of my eyes. I mean, if you didn't hate that, I'd be a lot more concerned about you. Stay in Rocco Town a little longer, Stella. Huh? The blue flame clown is gone, but there's still soul chunk. If you stay here, you can carry on protecting the residents of this little city zone. You like that? Oh, right. If I can continue helping people here, I'll stay. Yes, then everything will be okay. If you stay here, the city can find peace again. And we can save even more people. Then we don't have to watch people being injured and killed anymore. So you don't have to go anywhere. If you stay here, you'll be happier. What? You lie like a rock, you troglodyte. Oh my god, Stella, that's kind of mean. Why would you say that to me? Can't be. Okay, yeah, I figured it was like our ghost or whatever Stella has going on that said that. So I just created a character, but I forgot to actually customize it. I mean, the only real customization that matters is the hair and eye color, so... You know, you'll have to sacrifice one of your slots for 2 weeks if you want to remake the character. Either that or spend or drop some money on the game to buy custom hair. I want to say goodbye because I owe it to you. But instead, I guess I have to give you a lecture. So listen up. I wasn't lying. You might think that I've seen plenty of faces, right? It isn't exactly rocket science to identify a liar by their nose. Yes, maybe I was wrong, but I just don't want to see this child unhappy. I have a child too, you know. To burden the child even more. Humans are really short-sighted. Every person judges the next, and every action has an ulterior motive. That's just the way it goes. What's that supposed to mean? The old Stella could already see us back then. That's why she was excluded from mankind. Everything that happened was her mistake, and all the guilt that wasn't hers, she buried beneath her. She became a mannequin that felt the wrath of mankind. Absolutely. In the peaceful world of 15 years ago, you would have been considered crazy if you said you could see ghosts. But that's not a rarity anymore. In fact, it's rather commonplace, right? But somehow, this child has no more memories of the time in which she felt the hate of the world. It must be terrible to lose your memory, but only so Can this child today laugh and reconcile with people? That's why I thought it'd be good for Stella to see the world and laugh with the people before that Stella wakes up again. I wasn't aware of these thoughts. My apologies. It's so important that you should have endured so much danger for it. God damn, I can't read. I don't know why you're so kind to Stella. Shouldn't you be taking care of your own daughter instead? Stella isn't your child. Stella is everyone's child. Alright, you may see that as unnecessary interference. Maybe I'm being too presumptuous. Fine then, I'll release the child into the big wide world. Thank you for your understanding. But if you can't cope, I'll come to you, regardless of when. I will protect you with my life. Eh, not bad. If it comes to that, I'll never forgive myself. If it comes to that, I want you to follow your heart. Huh? What? I'm falling asleep standing up. Stella, no! You have an important mission. What? Yes? I'll accept the mission, Commander. A major encounter with the Soul Chunk is underway in Kansas City right now. You will be a game changer for them. Go there and save the people. That's an order. If you don't obey, there will be no biscuits. Yes, understood, Commander. But what will become of Rocco Town? Will you manage without me? Ah, regardless of what's happening here, Kansas City has it worse. Please, go and help the people there. Oh, right. Then we should say our goodbyes. I'm not used to saying goodbye. Good work, Stella Unibel. I didn't think much of you at first, but you turned out to be an asset. Go to Kansas City and help them. Farewells are difficult. I'm more at home at funerals. Oh my god, that's depressing, Benjamin. Come back to Rocketone if you ever have time. Sure, look after yourself. Say goodbye properly before you go to Kansas City. We're all waiting for you. Hold up, but... I haven't 100%ed this place yet, have I? Wait, have I? Hold on. Memorial. Progress. Oh, I still need to work on best showtime, so we'll do that first. I completely forgot that I was working on that. I am spacing. I know I'm somebody who normally already spaces out a ton, but it's just getting worse because of the heat. By the end of this stream, I'm gonna forget my name. Bonk. Oh, the gift box gonna explode. Oh, they were already dead. Run. Anyway, what character are you going to play, Cookie? Get fucked. Oh, for fuck's sake, I hate these poison bombs. Damn. Wait, I didn't forget. No, I didn't forget to recycle. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna make that guitar after all, because I didn't realize how low level it was. I mean, I don't really see the point in making a weapon that's lower level than what I'm using right now. Seems kind of goofy. Okay, that guitar attack is fun and all, but it seems like it's more the kind of attack you should be using against single targets. Doesn't really seem all that effective in facing a group. Bonk. Okay, we're probably not gonna... No, we only had like 17%. We're going to have to do this at least one more time. Oh god, fucking poison bombs again. Please don't move. Kill mannequin monster too slowly. Yeah, there's something about mannequins that just like awakens primal fear in people. It's just like what's that term called again? Uncanny valley. Like people are going to be less scared of something like a wolf because you know it's a wolf. Like you know dangers and all that. But for example, if you look at something like a doll in those horror movies, it's just like there's that thing where it looks human mostly, it moves human mostly, like it's so close to being able to be recognizable to your brain as a human, but it just isn't a human. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come here, you giggling little shit. Yeah, I don't appreciate how these bullshitters can just kind of dynamite me out of any move I'm doing. Like even they're more annoying to deal with than even monsters that you face way later in the game. Yeah, can you do me a favor and just fucking die already? No. No. Enough. Die. You too. Come on. Less bombs, more dying. Really? Can you just fucking die already? Holy shit. I just wondered though, why does it take 2 weeks to delete a character? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't really understand the logic either. Feels very silly. Like, what? Out of all the systems you could have taken, I'm having some issues, but I'll try to get the model working in a little bit. YouTube Studio is being weird. Well, as soon as I get to the boss room, I'll see if I can boot up YouTube Studio again and see if it'll be behaving this time. Okay, that's enough out of you, big guy. Yeah, that's right. Corner where you belong. Really? I am not going to get bullied by the fucking died version of that mini-boss. Go fuck yourself. Oh my god, I miss my lifesteal. Well, not lifesteal items, but on the spear character I have like items that heal me when I kill enemies, and I really like those items. You know what? Let me see if I can get YouTube Studio working right now. Okay, files are verified. Let's see. Later. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Launch. Come on. Come on, stop fighting me, Studio, for fuck's sake. Oh. Okay, I think it's booting. Ah. Okay. Hold on. Come on. That needs to be on. Up. Are we good? We're good. Okay, you need to full screen. There. Wait, is that the right color code? X code, whatever. That's probably the right code. There we go. To reflect how hot I am right now, we will not be having a cape. Let's see. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Oh my god, I am so sticky. I hate it. These little TNT shits need to quit it. I've gotten so used to fighting with the spear character now that I just don't feel comfortable with the way this character plays, to be perfectly honest. Like it somehow feels wrong. Oh my god, is my inventory really full already? Wait, what? Is that just like people I've interacted with recently? I don't know. Yeah, I need to do something about like my lack of inventory space. Wait, why did they move sideways? I'm not sure how these orbs move. Gonna have to do more damage than that if you want to beat me, shit clown. Get fucked. Oh my god. Why is this so slow? Like, this feels slower than on the spear character. Like, I don't remember having to replay a level this many times on Maniac difficulty just to max it out on that character. I mean, I was debating like before I started streaming on whether I was going to play on this character or the spear one, but I figured at least on stream. Wait, why are the buttons visible again? Oh, go away. No buttons. But I figured like we made this character on stream. Yeah, I know, I saw. I could have sworn I made it go away, but it must have instantly come back. Recycle dude. Wait, where is he? Oh, I was running the wrong way. Oh, also now I completely remember. Weren't we originally going to play Iris? What do you guys want to see more? Like, do we keep playing as the Lolly character or do we play as Iris? I mean, it doesn't really matter to me because eventually I'm gonna play all of them, but this is the character we left off with on stream, I'm pretty sure. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. Yeah, I have very little space. Wait, do we have the banking NPC? We do. Bank. Wait, is this a shared bank? Alt SFL. Oh, I think this is a shared bank. Yeah, my poison figurines are in here. Ah, is it? Wait, is that how it works? Do you share bank space between all your characters in this game? That's an interesting choice. But yeah, this is pretty much like what I have difficulty with in this game. Like these things, gear extensions, weapon extensions. I don't know how you effectively farm those. So like, Dulcia, if you know how to do that, feel free to let me know because I have no idea right now how you like effectively farm extensions, and it's kind of irritating. Because I need them to upgrade my gear, but I don't know how to properly get them to begin with. I know, kids. We'll put you in there as well. And there we go. Now you at least have somewhat respectable level. I mean, I don't know if I need these Souls of Insanity for anything anymore, but we have some inventory space now. That's all that matters. There we go. I will take some free rubber. Tarnished. Okay, no. Just stored all of these. I want my inventory slots. There we go, and let's get back in there. Wait, which one was it? Oh, it was that one over there, wasn't it? Go, Stella, run! Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do 2 more, like this one included. I really don't remember it being that like this slow on the spear character. Maybe that's just me. Oh wait, are these orbs also homing, or do they just kind of veer off to the left and right after a set amount of time? I don't know how it works. Wait, did I forget to play it on Manic? Why did they die so easily now? Before we open that door, what do we spend the point on? What's soul evasion? I don't really care about soul evasion. Soul dash attack. I never really use dash attacks. We'll just put into beats play for right now. I mean, I'm gonna completely ignore how beats play sounds like a sex thing, because this is lolly and no, bad. I'm just gonna assume that that the people who did the translation for the game weren't aware of what they were doing when they made that. Okay, and C. Wait, did that even hit him? I think the tables took all of the hits. Why you hurt me? Fuck, the fuck even hit me there. Oh my god. The door just slammed shut because of the wind, and that kind of spooked me. Also, I need that door open. I need like fresh air to be able to get in here. Well, next time I go to the bathroom, I'll open it again in the hope that it'll stay open. To buy. You see a lot of people trying to like buy specific outfits because the market for this game is kind of dead. And I think part of the reason that the market is so dead is because there's not much reason. Like, generally, it isn't exactly difficult to get like the in-game currency, like the game's money isn't exactly difficult to obtain. So there isn't really much reason to aggressively be selling things on the markets. Well, that and Soul Worker to begin with is a little bit of a niche game, I guess. Oh right, these twats. Not this time, buddy. You're only going to be blowing yourself up this time. Really? Get up, please, for fuck's sake. Oh my... No, 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 no. I don't want these fucking blueprints. Stop giving them to me. Really wish you could just like set loot settings in this game so I could be like... Don't give me dumbass blueprints that are lower than the weapon, than the level of the weapon I'm currently using. It's not even like you can sell them for much either. I would mind less if they were at least valuable to sell, because then it would be like a legitimate thing you can grind for and make a little bit of money. Oh, for fuck's sake, poison. No, I'm just gonna stand here in a corner. You can all go fuck yourselves. I live in this corner now. Nope. I'm not fighting you while that poison is active, damn it. Okay, do the beats, come on. Yeah, even when there's this much enemies, the beasts just don't really seem worth using. Like, it takes forever to charge them up, and even against a room full of enemies, they don't really seem to do all that much damage. I kind of think the beasts are just not a very well-made move. I don't know who's generally counted to be like the strongest character in the game right now. I mean, Sniper Lady seems pretty strong to me. I guess any character can probably be strong if you just take the time to collect the gear. The fuck? It gave me a countdown, but then it exploded early anyway, so what was the point of the countdown then? Oh my god, really? 88%. Well, that's not the most frustrating. I've had times where it stayed up, just said like, oh yeah, 99% complete, so do it again. So warm. So hot. I'm gonna go see if I can open like a window or something, because there's no way it's hotter outside here right now. I am quite literally going to be a puddle on the floor by the end of the day. Wait, does it show like whether you've done something on specific difficulty? No, we'll do it again, but we'll do it on hard. Don't know if that actually matters or not, but that should still be enough to get the last 22% that we need. It'll make it slightly less painful. Oh, there was nobody alive over there anymore. That was a pointless attack. What? Are you kidding me? No, fuck you. Die. Let me go. Nope. Drop the dynamite, just not on me. The fuck did I just say? Crap, now can I find a name that's available? I mean, I usually just... My naming sense for this game is just like Yui combined with anything, and that seems to have been working out. Or Yui. I'm sorry, I'm Western. I've gotten so used to combat with like the spear character now that I really can't get used to the combat with this character. It just feels so wrong and limiting and everything. Can this poison go away already? I'm trying to have a proper, respectable battle over here. Oh my god, I hate these characters. They're so annoying. They just stand there like spamming dynamite. Yeah, like even when they're supposedly stunned, they're still just dropping that dynamite, and it's like just super aggravating. I mean, also the heat is just making me extra irritable. You've probably already found that one out. What did I even get hit by there? I just took damage, but I didn't see any attack. That's some bullshit. No, battle alarm. Don't go off mid-combat, how dare you. Fuck you, you weird ass rock. Oh, I did it again. God damn it. Well, good luck. It sounds like you're having a lot of trouble, so I hope it works out soon. Hey, Edgar, come here. No, we're not watching your cutscene. You're here to get your booty clapped and nothing else. On hard than on manic. Ooh, that was such great timing. Her eyes turned back to normal. Or maybe that would all the AOAs have happened. I tried finding a name and forgot the eyes. That's pain. That does sound painful. Bim, 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 bim. What was I going to do? Oh right, menu. Wait, are we not done yet? Oh, we have 100%. So what exactly am I missing then? Complete. So. Hang on, I am... Oh, there we go. Damn straight, give me my uniform. I worked for this shit. Yeah, look at that. We're finally not in default gear anymore. Can we get a closer look? Well, it's not really a closer look at all. But I guess it's kind of like an overall look. That's pretty cute, right? I kind of wonder if I should go and grind it on Spear character. I wonder what it would look like on her. I mean, yellow generally isn't the color I like, but with that like sports bra look it has going on, I feel like on the characters that look less like a small child, it could look very nice. Well, I mean, I would get it on like the sniper character, but snipe character is weird. Like, I can't do any of the missions in Rocco Town with her, so I don't know if I'll unlock the ability to do that later, or if I need to do some kind of like replay thing or something. But I would like to unlock a bunch of stuff on her. I have 2 names taken. I have to wait. Oh, that's painful. Well, since we have the outfit, I think we're done here. Oh. I already heard the news. You want to go to Kansas City? When you're there, you will learn once again why our world is descending into chaos. The soul junk. Keep that in mind. The worst enemy is the one whose objective is unknown. Remember that. I won't forget it. A lot's been happening ever since you awoke, but you haven't let it get you down. I'll always remember you. Never lose your determination. We'll meet again, Stella. Doctor lady. Huh? Okay, I'm a 3rd character now, so I guess I at least have 2 names saved up for myself. That's the spirit. There you are. I've been waiting for you. Are you going to Kansas City? How much more do you want to work? I suppose I owe you an apology. I said I would never like you. I take that back. Nevertheless, many people died for you. That's a plain fact. Yeah, that's true. Don't let her guilt trip you. Be like Iris. Iris didn't take that shit. But you did make sure they didn't give their lives for nothing. But what Ryu said. Is it because of your determination? It wasn't very nice. I wasn't very nice to you. I was just scared like the others. Many who let ability get to their head have died. I see you and I just can't forget them. But when you stopped Big Puppet, I knew it. Then I saw who you really are. This soul worker perfectly understands the weight she carries. Yeah, that's one of the bugs in this game. Like, a lot of situations where you play as a female character, they'll refer to you as he, and I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't no he. Not in game and not in real life. Go fuck yourself. And that was good enough for me, so please never forget. No matter what happens, Never forget that people have died for you. Well, are you just... That kind of comes across wrong. That very much just sounds like you're saying... like he's trying to saddle me with the guilt forever. Guilt isn't a good motivator, let me tell you that. Hello, Gardevoir. Well, hello again. Oh my god, Game Preacher, get out of here. Even if you buy a shit ton of followers, Twitch is probably going to detect that you have bought followers and is going to delete them before anything even happens, and you might even get punished for it. So no matter how desperate you are as a streamer to get more followers, don't do the buying followers thing. Trust me, it's not worth it. Good work. I'd love to see you again sometime. Okay, hang on. I want to check something because I just realized that I don't remember which character did I give my name, like the full name. Oh right, that's the name I used for Sniper Mommy over here. Okay. Okay, and now we get to look at the drip properly. It does actually fit with the guitar we're holding right now. The mask actually looks the most out of place, even though the mask very much is part of the outfit. Wait, Ferda's trying to get me to go. Oh right, we still have to talk to Medic Lady. Congratulations, you're going to Kansas City. At least I'd like to congratulate you. I mean, I already know what's going to go down in Kansas City, so I'm not looking forward to it. Song of Sorrow. Oh, is that? That's one of these like temporary outfit packages. What? Oh right, my inventory is full. Miriam, wait a second. This intro cinematic shows their default appearance, and I didn't notice it somehow. Yeah, some details are easy to miss, I guess. Bam 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 bam. Wait, what? Bam bam. There we go. We're level 19. Once we get our level 20 stuff, we'll upgrade a little bit. I think I'm still using level 30 stuff on my character that's already like 60 or whatever, just because like +9 upgrade, because it's way easier to upgrade that to +9. Merry Christmas. What? My dudes, don't you think are you a little seasonally challenged? It's sure as fucking Christmas right now. But there, you'll be facing even more than here. Keep that in mind. But it's alright. Altogether, it was really fun. You're in the spotlight, that's for sure. You've barely woken up and people are already asking for you. But that doesn't surprise me. First an advanced soul chunk, then a self-destruct mechanism and mad clowns. You finished them all. Well, you don't need me to tell you not to get all smug about it. Question everything, always, and think everything through carefully. Integrity matters, but you mustn't make yourself its slave. The real enemy lies in your heart. When you go to Kansas City, you will find Lieutenant Colonel Aaron there. Would you give him a message for me? Tell him it's because of you that I've come this far. Thanks. Understood? I know it's strange for you to say it instead of me, but please do so anyway. Wait, is he that person that she said that she saved when she awoke? Sure, understood. I'll tell you. Another little translation error there. Oh, and by the way, the route from Rocket Town to Kansas City is, how can I put this, a bit dangerous. Yes, very dangerous actually. Without support, no one knows what has to be done there. The person who lives there Alright, let's just refer to him as a person for now. I told this person about you. His name is Bucker. Funny name, isn't it? Tell him I sent you and he'll show you the way. Please go and find Bucker. Well then, Stella, Rocco Town will forever be in your debt. If you miss Rocco Town, then come back anytime. You're always welcome here. Wait. Oh. Well done, I mean it. Look after yourself. Till next time. Oh my god, the talking never stops in this game. So you're leaving? Yes, I'm being sent out. It's a pity though. All I ever said was thanks and never once apologized. Yes, we probably relied too much on the title Soul Worker. When I look at her, it should have been us who protected her. She always just said it was fun when we asked her to do something. We just exploited her and then sent her away. Something about that doesn't sit right with me. Indeed. She could have fought with tooth and nail. I wonder what she went through before she became a soul worker. Will I ever know? People's past are their private business. That's true. And it's not important what her past was like. What's important is that she saved the Rocco Town. That's why we, the Fortune Corp, have to do our best to help her when she has problems. She has to get stronger. And that's why we have to get rid of the soul junk and mannequins quickly. Without soul workers, we have a lot ahead of us. At any rate, we have to build a world where children like that can grow up without worry. Right. You still have family, don't you? And you'll have to work even harder. Right. It feels like she's my daughter. It would be nice if you could meet again. Foreshadowing. Hehe, she'll come back someday. And then we'll give her the blue sky and a house made of biscuits. That's a good idea, but to do that, we're going to have to exert ourselves a bit more and save the world. Oh my fucking god, these guns are finally done talking. Like, yeah, it's very emotional and all, but this game has like not enough dialogue in some places where I feel like should be more, and then way too much dialogue in places where it's completely unnecessary. Like half of that dialogue served absolutely no purpose. Well, I'm probably just being very irritable because I'm overheating, but still, it's dumb. Okay, yeah, so that is that like default outfit that they show you every time you're in dialogue. I guess they give you this for free in the hope that you'll then buy the permanent version of it. I mean, I don't hate it, but I worked for my miner outfit, so I am wearing my miner outfit. I think the miner outfit is pretty cute. Looks really cute on her. I wonder, can you dye armors? I don't know if there's a way to do that. Oh my god. Well, maybe not. Who knows? Let's go. Wait, you're German? I don't think so.
ここは現在どこにも管理されていない無法地帯と呼ばれる第6区域です。内部状況は不明で救援要請もできません。油断しないでください。広くて大きい。それにみんなのお友達がたくさんいるね。
Hmm? Someone there. Oh, it's you. You're Stella Unibel.
あれ？みっけ。
Oh, you know my name? How? The people in Rocco Town told me about you, but you're so well known that everyone's heard of you already. I'm famous? Would lots of people turn up if I gave a concert? Yeah, you're a celebrity. I'm your biggest fan. Oh, it's a pleasure. I'm Bucker, which coincidentally rhymes with fucker. I lead the bandits. Sorry, I am getting a shit ton of pings lately, and I'm just ignoring them mostly. Dealless. What? Bucker, pay attention to your pronunciation, otherwise you might utter dangerous words. But something's not right. Everything's telling me that you're not a human. Hey, you don't need to put so much effort into maintaining a poker face. I am Vessi. I am not a human. In fact, I would prefer it if you got a fright. I am a being from another world and belong to a people you consider your enemy. But I am a traitor. I have betrayed my own people, and I am a traitor who living with humans. I mean, he doesn't seem upset about it. Betrayed? Did you steal pudding from the fridge or something? If there was people who could banish someone for such an offense, I'd be the first to banish the banishers. Well, I have sold critical information that would displease the Vessi. Just because of this act, I can stand here with impunity. Of course, I cannot deny my heritage, but because of it, I can get into places you humans cannot. This place, for instance, has its appeal. You don't need to be afraid. No need to look at me like that. I find the whole thing unpleasant. I mean, with a derelict city and an alien who just stands around, that may be so. Just stay where you are and everything will be fine. I'm busy. But it's alright. I like this place. It sounds like fun. We're in the bandit zone. We play by different rules here. I'm trying to make some money here. The vacuum has had a huge impact on this area, so rebuilding it is a distant dream. But the place is so big, you have to pass through it if you want to reach the base camp. Like I said, it's a bandit zone. You don't get punished for anything here. Discard your rubbish, spit in the street, or pee on a street corner. Nobody cares. It's the same with murder. Oh, so I can give a concert? You've got guts. That's starting to grow on me. In a nutshell, anarchy. We set up a small safe zone outside the camp to get the place under control. It's the only place where the law applies, so behave like an idiot if you want to go to prison. Although you don't really look like one. If you don't know your way around these parts, it can end in a quick death. That's what guys like me are for. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Somebody, a different streamer is like... Okay, I'm not sure what happens. Like, one of the other streamers I am subscribed to is like saying something that I have no context for at all on the Discord, so I'm like, what the hell is going on? Ask Billy over there to show you the way. Wait, what? Oh. He looks like somebody from Borderlands. Eh? Who are you? Looking for a fight? I said, are you looking for a fight? Can't you hear? The man told me that I should go. Yeah, the boss guessed. Hey, you should have said so right away, eh? I already want to beat him over the head. My name's Billy. I'm a first-class problem solver in the Bucker's hand. Remember that. Hey, could you show me the way to the other city zone? Boss said you're supposed to ask me the way. What, can't you see it for yourself? It's not that complicated here. Do I have to explain every little thing to you? Or are you here to take me on? I hardly know anything because I've just woken up recently. Did you only just wake up from the vacuum? What do you mean? Do you expect me to apologize now for being rude? Be that as it may, if you follow the path, you'll come to Kansas City, but the path is dangerous. Oh, why do I have to tell you that? Hey Billy, stop shouting. Is your radio broken? Sorry, boss. Whatever. Now that I've shown you the way, I have to take care of my own business. If you want to know anything else, just talk to me. What the fuck? You didn't tell me shit. Okay, I don't wanna talk to this twat anymore. No, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're a cunt. Wait, why do I have to talk to you again? Oh, you want to go to Kansas City? In that case, I'm glad we met. I don't know if our paths will ever cross again, but as someone more experienced in life, I can tell you that you are surely unlucky. I've no idea what you did, but it's hard to overlook your appearance. Watch out for yourself and always be on your guard. You'll trip up just when you think you've accomplished everything. Alright, take care. I've got to go. What do you mean, what you did? I mean, I agree that it would be hard to ignore this person if she was standing in front of you, but... What do you mean, what I did? I didn't do shit. Kansas City. Yeah, I did something different than use a rose in one of the usernames. Rose quartz. I never did get to properly watch Steven Universe. Like, I know a couple of questionable sites where you can watch cartoons and anime and all that, but I couldn't find any where you can like watch all the seasons of Steven Universe, and it didn't feel like subscribing to yet another subscription service just to watch Steven Universe. So hot. I'm sorry if I'm not going to be talking a lot during a stream. I really just, this heat is making me super tired. I think there was a site I'd like to watch those free of charge legally, but not in all countries. I mean, I used to know a site that gathered like all kinds of cartoons that I used to use, but I couldn't find Steven Universe on that site, and I don't know. I've tried looking for it, but I couldn't find like any place that had all of the seasons. So I kind of ended up just giving up. Hello, my name is Stella. The old gorilla sent me here. Is you the supernatural that Benjamin mentioned? Oh no, soul worker. Pleased to meet you. I'm Aaron and I'm responsible for the SFL in Kansas City. I've been briefed about you, but didn't know you were still so young. Even if you are a soul worker, it's terrible that Rocco took advantage of a kid. I'm not being taken advantage of. I really wanted to help. So don't worry, you can trust me with every mission. I'll decide that. Didn't you have a mission from Miriam? Oh, right, here. Ah, so that's how it is. Well done, brave child. I'll let Miriam know that you completed the mission. Sure, alright. You must be exhausted after a long journey. There's nothing to do here right now. Get some rest. But Miriam said it was very dangerous here. We're being threatened by soul junk here, but we don't have to rely on the strength of a small child just yet. So don't worry too much. Lies! What are you saying? Everyone says that people are suffering here. They're dying. That can't be easy for you either, right? Must be very, very difficult, right? You mean with all the ghosts from this report? Listen closely, the grown-ups are taking care of it, so get some rest and don't worry. But I came here to help those who were suffering, so don't be stubborn, listen to the grown-ups. I'm sorry I yelled at you, but please try to understand. The dialogue is so much different from the other characters with her, because she's like small bean. Even if you're a soul worker, I can't send a kid into battle like Rocco did. First, go and make friends with residents of the city zone. Brooke will be particularly helpful to you. There's no time for that now. You should leave the adult jobs to the adults. I mean, to be fair, I would be very hesitant to send a superpowers or not to send a small child like this into battle as well. More inventory space. Yes. Oh, that's nice. It's gonna try and fill up again soon enough. What was I? Oh, right. I did do the... Wait, can I not check what the outfit is for Kansas City? How do I check that again? Was it achievements? Menu. Progress. No, god damn it, I didn't want to close the entire menu. Progress. Okay, I unlocked that on the other on my spare character, so I'm not as motivated to try and unlock it on this character as well. I mean, it would look interesting on her. I mean, I guess we might try. It would look interesting on her just because it's like this very army looking uniform. Well, not really army.
What's
that? Why isn't he coming? I was looking forward to taking a look at him. Excuse me, I'm looking for someone by the name of Brooke. I'm Brooke. What do you want? This is no place for little kids. Go play somewhere else, got it? Wait, why do you seem so familiar? Oh, aren't you the soul worker from Rocco Town they're all calling a hero? Yes, why do you give me that expression? Oh, have I become so famous? I wonder if it'd fill a hall if I gave a concert. I'd like to give it a try. I heard they sent you from Rocco Town as combat support, but you don't even think about fighting. You're a lot scrawnier than in the documentation. Are you really a soul worker? Alright, the people have confirmed it. Such a young soul worker. Well, there are also supernaturals of your age, so I guess there are soul workers too. Oh, please excuse me. I'm Brooke, and I'm responsible can you get that out of my face? For special mission squads in Kansas City. You'd better memorize that as quickly as possible. Let's see, 15 years in the vacuum. Wow, that's a long time. And what it's like seeing this town after 15 years. Like seeing a children's room that somebody threw a mad tantrum in. Incredible, huh? Anyway, to business. I don't know if Aaron told you, but Kansas City is facing imminent destruction. Oh, in truth, it's basically over. Our supplies dried up long ago, and the place is crawling with soul junk. Most people have fled. Those remaining are trapped. The city is surrounded on all sides. Did he lie to me? Who lied? I think I know what you're talking about. Aaron has a daughter who was recently rescued from the vacuum. When he sees you, he must think of his daughter. He probably protects you because of that. But I'm here to help others, so please be open with me. I'll take care of everything. Kid or not, people are dying. There's no time to lose. I'll tell you what's really going on here, so pay attention. Just a few cats, no ghost. Boo. I mentioned earlier that we aren't receiving supplies anymore. Kansas City supply routes have been cut off because the coastal road was blocked. The fact that the only route to Cray City is controlled by soul junk makes everything more difficult. Meaning the supply route is blocked. Probably you know by now that we lack the strength to fight the soul junk alone. If not, you're smart and probably figured it out. Someone has to go there quickly. Go there and kill every soul junk you find. I hope you can wipe them out. I like running. I'll go right away. It won't be easy. We can't send any troops out with this many enemies. No reason for concern. I've fought a lot. Anyway, I understand you want to fight. Here's a map with the supply route. You have to go that way. Sure. Thanks, Brooke. Oh yeah, and could you talk to Victor before you go? He's been waiting desperately for you since he heard us that a soul worker was on the way here. Stop and say hello, okay? He seems to be like a lot less hesitant to just send me out to fight. What do we got? Max HP plus 5%. Not great, but also not terrible. What's this one? Critical damage plus 140. That seems okay. Brutus Unified. Can I actually use them? No. That one goes in a slot that I apparently can't use, but I can use this one, so... Boom. Don't want you... 250k, damn. Okay, well, a little bit more crit damage isn't going to hurt us. Yeah. Wait, why am I not allowed to equip the new guitar? Equip. Go, use. What? I constantly have the feeling that I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what I'm forgetting. There we go. Probably do some upgrading if I can. Upgrade lady, where are you? Okay, we couldn't find her in Rocco Town, but she definitely is somewhere here. Seriously, where is that woman? Oh, seriously, where is she? What the fuck? I never actually used her while I was in the city, so I don't know where she's supposed to be hanging out. There's no way that she's not here either, right? Okay, am I just blind? Like, where's the lady that lets me upgrade stuff? Are you telling me she's not here? That there's no one... There's no way there's nobody here to do, like, upgrades. What? Fuck it. If I can't find it here, I am dead ass going to go to another city. Fuck this shit. This game really doesn't do a good job of, like, helping new players familiarize themselves with where everything is. You. Chopper me to Grey City. I want to upgrade my gear, and you're gonna goddamn let me do it. There you go. We're not supposed to be here at all yet, but I don't care. You can't stop me. I'm half delirious from the heat anyway. I really wish it would let me skip these like shitty intro cutscenes, because I don't give a crap. I'm just only here to upgrade. Wait, do I not have it unlocked yet? Is that it? Because... I guess I don't have access to it yet, because I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be standing right here. So the game is actively blocking me from upgrading my gear right now. I don't really understand why it works that way, but good to know. So it's not that I'm going insane, it's that they're actively blocking me from accessing that NPC for God knows what reason. Alright, good to know, so let's just go back to Kansas City then. I don't really understand why they would like Thanos snap an NPC out of existence instead of just letting me know like, hey, you don't have access to the NPC yet. This is one of the examples of like Soul Worker kind of having bad game design. Like, rather than just Thanos snapping an NPC that I don't have access to yet, why not leave the NPC there and just when I interact with the NPC telling me that I can't interact with them yet? Feels like a way clearer way to do things. Hey Victor, you red-headed twat, what do you want? Hello, I'm Stella. Pleased to meet you, my name is Victor. I can only think of the Victor from Arcane when I hear that name. I'm researching the monster mobs and the soul junk in Kansas City. I'm kind of with the Starry Forest League, but I'm not officially a member. You could say I'm an honorary member. Honorary member, that must be cool. Are you that honorable? No, I'm not really that great. I'm just not an official member yet. That's why they gave me the title of honorary member. Wait, aren't you an official member yet? Did you fail the test or something? That's right, I wasn't especially good during the test. I get it. Shall I teach you a song? I can't do much, but I'm pretty good at music. I'm a scientist, I don't need music. What's a shame, I can't do anything else. I'll just keep learning diligently. You don't have to worry about me. I just had a weird feeling of deja vu and I'm not even sure why. Good, everyone says you have to study hard. So why don't you go and do the same? Anyway, it's an honor to meet the hero from Rocco Town in person. Can't imagine how much Sunny talked about you. She said she'd never seen anybody like you. Oh, I just realized she never said if she meant that in a good way or a bad. Probably in a good way. It will have been meant positively, but I still worked hard to help people. That's right. I've already heard a lot about your deeds. I just wanted to say hi. I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for volunteering to help in Kansas City. If you can find the time, would you speak to Catherine for me, Lieutenant Colonel Aaron's daughter? She's been looking forward to your arrival even more than me. Also, if you want to learn more about the soul junk, you're welcome to come to me. I'll tell you everything I know. Wait, should I just tell you now? Alright. Normally the soul junk originate in the vacuum. We don't know what influence the gravity there has or what the atmosphere is made of, but purely mathematically, I don't know what you're talking about. If we substitute the equation which applies the law of gravity to the vacuum, I have to go. Huh? Where are you off to? I haven't finished explaining yet. I only just got started. Stay and I'll explain the rest of it. I'll make you into a real professor of soul junk. Bye! Okay, I made a character profile, each character now. I just need to wait on the two I made errors with. Well, to be honest, if you want to like go through this entire story with the others, I think you're gonna be going for a lot more than 2 weeks. I mean, I also have doubles I need to delete. Back off now! Don't send me your stupid gifts. Like that's what you get, like a single resurrector. Like wow. Catherine has a force field. Ooh, there you are. You're the soul worker who saved Rocco Town, right? Wow! I get to meet the soul worker in person. Is that a weapon you used to unleash your ability? Amazing. Can I touch it? What? Yes. Can you play the howling guitar? Just have to pluck here. Let's try it together. Oh, thanks. Eh? It's not making a sound. It works when I play it. Oh. That was rather impolite, sorry. I'm Catherine. The man with the mustache over there is my father. I know I'm small and frail, but I'm actually a supernatural. I'm still not strong enough yet, but one day I'll be part of the SFL's most important unit. Foreshadowing. On that day, you and I will be on the front line as shining examples of the Starry Forest League. They'll call us the two-pointed star. I don't know what the English word for it is, but if it only has 2 points, it's definitely not a star. Wow, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Oh, do you want to be a star too, Catherine? What are you good at? Like drums? What? Huh? I'd like to sing. So you sing? Of course. Shall I sing you something? Yes! Sing me something! Sing me something! Catherine, leave our guest alone now. Yes. So boring. It was lovely meeting you. I'd like to stay and chat some more, but my dad is already giving me the look. I was expecting it, but it really took a long time. Did you lie to me, old man? A lie? I don't know what you're talking about. I've already heard it from Brooke. She said there were a lot of enemies here, so I should help. This kid. Told her to leave it alone, but I guess I should have spared myself the effort. Don't worry, adults can do whatever they want. Yes, you only have to prepare yourself just in case. But people will die if I don't help. I'll do everything I can to avoid that happening. I won't make it easier. It won't make it easier if you put yourself in the same danger. You're staying right here. That's an order from the commander of the Starry Forest League. I already know the way. I'll go and do it myself. You can watch. I'm begging you. Listen to the grown-ups. Nope. Why? I'll be going then. Oh. Brooke will have to take responsibility if anything happens. Do you really not want to stop the kid? How do you think you can stop a soul worker who isn't even a proper human being? Yeah, I mean, we are about toddler sized. Well, I mean, small bean sized, but child or not, when it's a child that can bench press you, it's kind of hard to stop them from doing what they want. That is a very, very interesting outfit. Normally I'd be like, ooh, but I'm pretty sure that's not that. Kind of weird that they explicitly tell you that all the characters in this game are underage, and then you get outfits like this. Like, are you good? Actually, I never really checked that. Are there any characters that aren't underage in this game? Okay. Haru, 17, so barely underage, but still underage. Chi, 16 and 1, so I don't... Since she's technically, like, not a human at all, I don't know what to think of that. But underage. Erwin, okay, this guy is 18, so he's not underage. Efnil, 17, and, I mean... Do I need to tell you, look at her default outfit. Wait, Lily is only 15? Okay, I thought she was one of the older ones, actually. Okay, so Lee is an adult. So we get to be lewd about Sniper Mommy all we want. Yeah, obviously Stella is the youngest at 14, 17, 18. So the adults are Iris, Lee, and Iris, Lee, and Erwin. Out of all these characters, 3 of them are adults. With Lee being the oldest one at 19. Yeah, then the character that we just saw in the cow no, previous. The character we just saw in the cow bikini is 15. It's kind of... That's a little bit sus. Devs, you good? I mean, I don't know why they even bother to include the age. I think, like, in a game like this, like, of course they're going to sell cosmetics like that, because that's probably how they make most of their money, but I feel like it would have been in their best interest to just not show the ages and leave that a little bit ambiguous, even if it's obvious for some of the characters. What was I doing? Oh right, we just ran off to go do our own thing, since we're apparently not allowed to upgrade yet. I think most characters get like outfits like that. I don't know. Is there a way to check? View info. Is costume item? Is there a way to like look at the shop? Oh, there we go. Shop. Yeah, this in itself is also kind of sus, if you ask me. Like, why would you give a 14-year-old booty shorts? Don't get me wrong, booty shorts are great, but a 14-year-old that looks like a 12-year-old is kind of... That's a very goofy guitar. Is that it? Best AR, transmitters. Wait, is that all you have in terms of outfits? Appearance. Ooh. Well, I don't really want to spend money on this, but... Followers of the vacuum. Oh, that's cute. I mean, blue isn't really a color I particularly like, but that's pretty cute. Oh, I thought this has like a belly hole, but I think that's just a. Wait, is that just a shadow, like the spiky parts, or is that? No, it's pattern. Okay. I installed Joker's neutral special. I don't play male characters ever. Ooh, I like this outfit. This seems kind of Japanese inspired. It's very like gothic Lolita. Youth and passion. Nah, don't like that one. Ooh, I really liked like the style of these kinds of dresses. Kind of a shame that it's in yellow because I don't want to be pea colored. Very fancy. Even more fancy. Oh, I kind of want to put her in the suits, just for the contrast. Okay, this one is also pretty sus. Ooh, this looks nice. I swear this just looks like one of the outfits from Final Fantasy XIV, to be honest. Like, it looks very inspired by one of these. Or maybe it's the other way around. Oh. What the f... I feel like this is an outfit, this is a top they should have excluded from this character. Ooh, this one looks nice. Are there physics or is it just like wind effects? I think it is wind effects. Miraculous magic. I mean, it doesn't really work with her hair color, but it does look nice. Wait, oh my god, how many pages of outfits are there? Okay, yes, so this is like that outfit that you see in the cutscenes constantly when she's talking. Transparent costume outfit. What does that mean? Is that just an outfit for when you want to be running around in your underwear? I know the only character whose underwear I like is the spear girl. Well, I haven't really looked at everyone's, but sometimes I get to see it whether I want to or not because some outfit pieces don't work together very well. Like the spear girl, whatever her name is again, I keep forgetting it. Her like underwear looks like sportswear, so you can actually combine it with certain other stuff to create nice outfits. While some of the outfits are really sus, a lot of the others look really nice. They do. Like this, for example. Oh, this actually matches with the mask pretty well. And these also kind of make me uncomfortable, like the way too childlike outfits. Hold on, I recognize this from something. I can't place my. Isn't this the Haru's outfit? I don't know. I recognize that from something. Ooh, I kinda want this one. Doctor outfit. For the top. Now, if I'm gonna spend money on this game, then it's probably only going to be like on the main characters that I'm going to be playing on. I just want to check. So, if I wanted that outfit, how much would that cost me? Okay, that's 10 US for the 10 USD I could get. So, it's not the most horrible pricing I've ever seen. It is tempting. I'm always very tempted by cosmetics in games like this, but I need to save money. Besides, we just unlocked our nice miner outfit. At least, I'm not going to bother grinding for the area outfit in this area, because I like the one that you unlock in Grey City a lot more. Or was it Grey City? Yeah, the Grey City one. Oops, I didn't mean to dodge there. Run him over! Go, robot arms! Ta 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 ta! Oh god, why are there so many of you? Go, Beats! God damn it, Beats. Okay, well, now there's no point anymore. Anyway, it's also with outfits, like, I feel like, for example, the outfits that you unlock through, like, grinding in the game to, like, completing a zone, I feel like you would enjoy them more because, you know, in the case of those outfits, you've actively worked to get them. Ow. Oh, come on, that did not hit me, that's bullshit. Fuck your scorn, you piece of shit. Hitboxes in this game can be a little bit weird sometimes. Ultra high dose vitamin G. Yeah, I'll definitely need that. I mean, it kind of depends on how much I end up playing on this character. I have a shit ton of stuff, of like that restoration stuff on my main character. Well, secondary character, I guess. Because like the goal for the spear character for me right now is getting far enough on her that I catch up with where like Nabi is in the main story. So that I will no longer be confused about what the fuck is going on. Catherine, shush your pie hole. I'm trying to talk to the man. When Benjamin told me about it, I scarcely wanted to believe it. Who would have thought it was true? That you were able to deal with the soul junk on the coast road all by yourself. What we've been doing all this time seems almost silly to me. Didn't I tell you? I can do it by myself. But there's still the risk of death. Please be more careful next time. Oh no, more moaning. We can officially request supplies from Grey City. Since you handled that mission shortly after you got here, there's nothing else for you to do. Why not have a rest and go see Victor? He came looking for you when you were out on the coastal road. I don't know what it's about. Let me know if you want to impose something unacceptable on you. Then I'll go dress him down. Oh yeah, I forgot that I had my sliding door to my balcony open. It's a futile attempt to let some wind in to at least lower the temperature slightly. Sure, but I won't come back to you. I'll just do what I think is right. What an exhausting child. Don't bully me. Dare you. There's an outfit like the outfit that you get for completing Grey City, which is the city that you go to after this one. It would look really cool on her. I'm an honorary member of the SFL. Okay, yeah. There you are. I've heard much about your accomplishments. You definitely earned the name Hero of Rocco Town. I'm impressed. Why are you looking for me? Do you want to give me some work? No, it occurred to me that my request is probably impossible anyway. Possible? He isn't. Am I supposed to play catch with my eyes closed? That's impossible too. But it's not about that. I wanted to ask you to catch a soul junk for me. Catch one? Do you want to keep it as a pet? Pet. Not a bad idea actually. I'll have to think about how one could tame a wild soul junk. But that's not easy. A soul junk tries to bond with everyone in its vicinity. It won't let itself be captured. That's exactly why I realized it was impossible and gave up. Thank you for the idea anyway. I mean, there might be more like Chi, so you can give up that easily. No, why give up when you haven't ever tried it? Let's try it together. I'll help you. I want a pet too. I'd love to tame one too, but right now we have to kill one. Goat named Queen. As soon as that's done, we can start thinking about taming one. Goat named Queen. Go to Brooke and tell her that. She'll probably tell you the rest then. Queen. Understood. I'll tell her. It was goat named Queen. Remember that well. Brooke, what is it? Queen. Queen? Wait, who told you that? Oh, why do I even ask? Luke! How many times do I have to tell him? Alright. Don't tell anyone you heard it from me, okay? Oh, how can he pass on this confidential information? Doesn't he have any social skills at all? What is it? What is it? Is it really that special? You can't do that. I'd love to tell you, but things will get worse if you start digging around. As a soul worker, you'll find out about it anyway. And there's no harm in me telling you about it now, is there? Hey little one, why do you think we're still stationed in this doomed city? Because there are so many good restaurants here. If there's a restaurant that has been protected by umpteen people, then please take me there. No, not because of that. New soul junk keep turning up here for no apparent reason. Normally the soul junk only originate in the vacuum. They are multiplying, even though the vacuum is currently dormant. What could be the cause? My theory is that the soul junk originated somewhere else, outside of the vacuum. We managed to track their origins here, to Kansas City. So we think a specific individual must be producing the soul junk. We've given this individual the codename Queen. That's pretty complicated. Can't we just play with them all and break them? As a soul worker, you could accomplish it. If you don't understand it, you don't need to bother with it. We don't even know if this Queen exists at all, but their existence cannot be ruled out. The problem is, we are investigating an unconfirmed individual. Those damn military working methods. I'm sorry, this heat and all this stickiness is really tiring me out. Once we hit 3 hours, I'm probably going to leave it at that. I just don't have... I'm just way too tired right now with all the sweating. I might actually get an air conditioning just so I can make my streaming a little bit more comfortable if this heat keeps up. It's really worth seeing this activity. What's the situation in the city? What's up? You don't look too good. It's nothing. Don't worry. You're lying again. Can you really not tell a lie? Stella, it's nothing. That's why... What's nothing? Someone just said with a straight face that something bad happened. That was a lie too. Catherine. You just said that the monster had shown up on the road. Stella has to help. Be quiet, Catherine. I don't want to. I'll keep talking until Stella is allowed to go. Exactly. I only listen to Catherine. That's just the way kids are. Wait, how old was Catherine? Am I younger than her? Okay, admit defeat. Stop staring at me like that. That's our victory. Sure. Thanks, Catherine. Is everything really alright? It was just a little worn out. I was just a little worn out from the last combat. It's all fine. I feel like I can fly. Agreed. I will assign this mission to you as a soul worker. Unfortunately, Soul Junk showed up on the coastal road again and attacked the vehicle. It overturned, but luckily the passengers escaped to Grey City. We expected to find a few isolated Soul Junk, but there are simply too many. Far more than the ones you killed. And they report that more Soul Junk are pouring in from every direction. Then they discovered Asphalt Golem amidst the Soul Junk. Asphalt Golem? Didn't he wipe out an entire troop all by himself? Alright, that means there are enough opponents for everyone. It looks like they are preparing for a frontal assault. If that happens, we won't stand a chance. Don't worry, now that Stella and I are here, we'll drive off the enemies. Make sure the tunnels on the coastal road are blocked before they reach the city. We'll just have to activate the demolition charges to block the tunnels. We're just going to detonate the demolition charges. Understood. Wait a minute. Are you serious, Daddy? If we block the tunnels, the only route left to Kansas City will be via Rocco Town. It means the Soul Junk won't be able to invade. No, Daddy, that's not what I mean. I realize that we can't leave here to get our own supplies. That will be completely cut off here? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't really want to spend the rest of my life in this boring place. Can't we escape in the chopper? We can't use it willy-nilly, but it's not true that there's no way out. We can also use the chopper for deliveries. It's inefficient, but we have to deal with the danger first. Destroy the entrance to the tunnel on the coast road and obliterate Asphalt Golem. Sure, understood. I'll kill them all. No, that's no good. The final version of the Burning Red Mark II is supposed to come with these supplies. Please hurry. Oh, I'm ignored all the time. Did you know, Daddy? Did you know that the most common basis of family conflicts is poor communications? Fulfilling a child's every wish is another reason, Catherine. I'm not exaggerating. When you see it, you'll know what I mean. When I saw the Burning Red Mark II for the first time, I knew it was going to be the greatest thing humanity has ever created. Stella, if you want to go, then go. Catherine. Don't mind her. I told you that's usually the reason for family conflicts. Are you okay? You look angry. Of course, my father never listens to me. I'll teach him a lesson. I'll leave home. Is it to do with that glowing thingy? That too, but something else is making me angrier. I'm not very strong, but I am supernatural. I'm confident that nobody cares about this world as much as I do. That's why I definitely want to go on this mission. I'll go with you, Stella. Oh, we'll fight together? I bet that will be fun. I don't want my dad to suffer for my sake anymore. This time I'm going to prove to him that I can be a great supernatural and a good daughter. Hey Star, how are you doing? Welcome to the most exhausting stream ever. That's just because it's really, really, really warm right now. And I am spacing out like you wouldn't believe. Normally when I stream this game, well, last stream was super long, but I think this one is going to be a really short stream just because the heat is making me super tired. My god. You have a cute character there. Thank you. I mean, the base version is this, but to reflect the fact that I'm overheating over here, we're doing the more breezy looking version. Let's go, let's go. The coastal road calls. Wait, this is the one... Oh right, this is the one where you have to like drag her along, isn't it? Yeah, I live in a roof apartment, so it's pretty much a situation where if it's 24 degrees outside, it's gonna be at least 28 in here. And anything more than like 25 becomes very uncomfortable for me. But there's not really anything I can do. I don't have an air conditioning, and I'm debating on whether that's worth the cost. So all I can do is open the windows and wait for it to start cooling down a little bit outside. It's very tempting to just dip into my savings and buy some air conditioning anyway. But we'll see whether this heat keeps up or if it's going to fuck off. If I can avoid having to like pay 500 or whatever for air conditioning, then I would like to do it. I still don't like that move, it just seems so poopy. Buggers. Thank you for the follow, Star Sergeant. At least that's what I'm assuming SG stands for. Okay, I will hydrate as soon as we're done fighting here. Speaking of hydrate, well, that's not really related, but I just noticed one of my teeth is actually hurting a little bit. I really need to make an appointment to a dentist again, but I'm kind of afraid of going to the dentist at this point and getting news of like, hey, you have several holes. I don't want to get shanked with a needle and all that bullshittery that goes with it, you know, and then the dentist complaining that I have too much, whatever that stuff is that forms in your teeth, like the white stuff. Special gamer. Yeah, I guess that works too. It could also be Sergeant Gamer. Sergeant is still one of the weirdest words in the English language because, like, it very much sounds like there's an R in there, but in English there isn't an R in there. Like, who the fuck came up with that shit? Like, I either put an R in there or change the way the word is spelled. Bonk. Guitar move kind of feels really weak as well compared to the other ones. I guess, but maybe it's just that it doesn't feel as impactful as all the big AoE moves. I mean, compared to some of the moves that the spear character does, none of Stella's moves feel particularly impressive, to be honest. No, if you go to my Twitter, I have the people who designed and rigged it on my profile. Sadly, I don't have much talent for art. Oh, that guy went down really quickly. I don't remember if they ever like properly explained, like in Stella's case, why her power takes the form of like demon beast. Whether there's a particular reason for that. Yeah, I wish I could. Like, I would be happy if I was even good enough to like draw small additions, but I have no talent whatsoever for drawing. I mean, I do own a drawing tablet that I once bought on a whim and then never even got out of the box, but no. At some point I'll probably just do like doodle streams where I just trace random art extremely poorly just for fun. But I don't really have the time. I mean, F0. Right, F0 is Spear, yeah. I've played a lot of F0. I'm not very good at her either. But I've mostly been playing F0 off stream, and I feel like people would be very confused if I just played it on stream. I mean, I might still do it for like some generic grinding. But basically, my favorite character is Lee, but because Lee starts at level 50, like I was very confused with this story once. Basically, once we got out of the section that's like story exclusive to Lee, was very confused because it was like I had gone through a time skip, and I was very confused. Yeah, she's the money-loving girl. And so I started playing as F0. And basically the plan is to play as F0 until I catch up with where Lee is in the story, and then I'll play as Lee for a bit first. I mean, I am also very much planning on finishing the story as F0, but Lee is just my favorite character in terms of like playstyle and everything. Lee is also one of the few characters you're officially allowed to loot because she's an adult. There's only three of the characters are adults, but all of them have loot outfits. That's kind of concerning, but it is what it is. Wait, there was only three, like Erwin, Lee, and... Wait, who was the third one? I remember that there were three characters that were over 18. Yeah, Erwin, the sword guy... Wait, no. The guy with the double guns, then there was Lee... And I can't remember... Oh, Iris. Iris was also an adult. Yeah, only these three. I mean, Lee is pretty much just walking fan service, but every game needs a little bit of fan service. Wait, did I remember? I did not remember to clean out my inventory. Yeah, I mean, I get that a lot of it's because earlier we were talking about the outfits. Like, I understand that a lot of games are going to have like outfits, and a lot of these outfits are going to be a little bit spicy because people like dressing up and that kind of stuff, and you know that's what gets you sales for your game. But when it's like a 15-year-old character and it's like, oh yeah, here's like a cow bikini outfit, it's like that's I don't know how to feel about that one, Chief. It seems a bit much. Every game has at least one fan service character. Yeah, the only problem is when you have characters that you explicitly confirm are underage and you give them a ton of fan service outfits. Like, either don't mention their age so people can pretend, or make them all 18 or whatever. I mean, I guess nobody would really believe that for some of the characters, but it's still better than just being like, hey, here's this 15-year-old character, let's put her in a bikini. Oh, no, I didn't mean to use the orbs. Need to take a shower, you have no idea. I keep forgetting what can you do with the gluten coins again. Oh right, I think you can also buy like energy recovery stuff with it. Okay, now we can finally do the actual mission. At this point I am so sticky from the heat in here that I swear I could just like kind of toss myself at a wall and I would stick to it. I do not like this feeling. Oh right, this is the one where we have to stop Stella from getting her ass kicked. Come on, Catherine, come here, come. I hate it. I like the summer because the sun is better for my moods than constant dark skies, but the heat just makes me super sluggish and tired. So it's either I deal with it and I hope that this super hot weather doesn't last too long, or I just make the sacrifice of dipping into my savings a little bit to buy an air conditioner, like one of those mobile ones that you can, where you just put a hose through a window or something. I mean, I'm kind of waiting to see how long the hot weather lasts. If it doesn't go away, then in order to at least be able to stream comfortably, I might have to invest in an air conditioner unit anyway. Because if I'm gonna buy one anyway, I'm not gonna buy like a 200 euro one. I'm probably gonna buy a 500 euro one because, you know, I'd rather buy a good one that's going to last me several years than a shitty one that's going to break after a couple of months. Yeah, but I'd have to redo my research on like which are the good ones, because I know nothing about air conditioners. And it's not like you can just take the word of like these sites that make them, because salespeople do not have your best interest in mind. Oh crap, I completely forgot to disassemble my stuff again. Catherine, please stop trying to get your ass beat. Well, luckily this character is at least pretty good at AoE moves. I summon you, hands! Okay, luckily I pressed the wrong button, so we didn't accidentally erase the hands. Oh, hot. Now we just have to blow up the tunnel and block the way. Yeah, probably won't be long before the world hears of Catherine's achievements. Yeah, I'm hungry, so I'd like to finish here quickly. But there's another major problem. I am claustrophobic. The tunnels. To be honest, I also had a stomach ache before. My hands are trembling again too. It's something chronic. No, far from it. It's not about fear. Something terrible has happened. If you're doing so poorly, we should take you to the hospital. What? Ah, yes, probably. Are you very sick? Are you dying? Well, it's like... Don't worry, if you die, I'll take full responsibility and dig you a nice grave. I don't think that's going to comfort anybody. Dig? Ah, but the ground here is too hard. You can't dig here very well. Ah, right, I can just toss you in the river. Oh my god. So like a burial at sea? You seem to be back on your feet. There wasn't a problem, I lied. Sorry, truth to be told, I can hardly move my feet from fear. I must have aged 10 years just on the way here. I see, you were just afraid? I'm really sorry. Incredibly sorry, but could you go on your own? I wouldn't be much help anyway. Oh, now I've unconsciously jinxed myself. Whatever. Isn't there something we can do? Thank goodness. I really thought Catherine had caught a deadly disease. Excuse me? Oh, okay. I'm sorry that you were worried because of me. Sure, if you're well, then everything is okay. You must have been really worried about me. Well, I don't want anybody getting hurt in front of me ever again. You're a good person, Stella. You're not angry at me, even though I made you worry. Is that how you qualify a good person? I don't think that's very good criteria to live by, to be perfectly honest. No, I'll wait here. Not get in your way again, Stella. Pity I lost my achievements, but even so, I won't back down this time. Is everything really alright? Yes. I was so afraid of the bomb anyway, that I couldn't go in. Please take care of the rest. Yes, then wait here for me. I'll be right back. Bye bye. I'll wait here. Yes, you will. I really don't like these little symbols. Like, yeah, when I want to look at something, I'll do it myself. You don't need to shove it in my face every time. Okay, max out basic attack, and that was all the points we had. Yeah. I think a bug got in here. I need to like whenever I can just deep clean my apartment just to be sure that no creepy crawlies are hiding anywhere. Playground, max HP. Ooh, attack speed is pretty good. There we go. We'll get some more attack speed going. I keep overestimating the range of that move, like that's super close range. I would one-hit them. Well, yeah, if you would go back to an early level, I'm sure you would. But I am neither good at this game, nor do I have particularly good gear. I'm just doing the best I can with what I have. Charge! Oh, no, dodge. Wait, why were you fiddling the tip of that? Oh yeah, I just noticed that this guitar doesn't have like any buttons to actually like change the tension on the strings. So how are you playing this thing?
アスファルトゴーレム反応消失。粉々になっちゃった。ノリでくっつくかな。
I wish I could have gotten his record. Because like I have like a version of the Asphalt Golem that I use as my Akashic card or whatever on my spear character. Hang on, I wanna check what I wanna go and check real fast what that card was called again. I keep forgetting what cards I'm using on which character. Kashik. Okay, yeah, it was this one. Colossus Asphalt Golem. I love this card. Because every time a boss fight starts, I can just kind of jump in, we drop this guy down, we activate our Angie mode, then you can slap the shit out of the boss while the boss tries to slap the shit out of the golem, failing miserably. Because golem don't take your shit. I thought I had more cards on this character. But yeah, this is, for all intents and purposes, this is my main character right now. The plan is pretty much do it for her. Well, I already explained it earlier. Like the one that I have set as my main character is this one, Lee, and as soon as she catches up to her, then we'll play as her first, and then once we're done with her, we'll actually finish Epnol. I think I saw you yesterday. Could be. Wait, no, I wasn't streaming yesterday. I streamed the day before yesterday. Or unless you mean in game, that's possible. I mean, is that what you mean? Do you mean you saw me in game? Yeah, in game. I mean, it could be. I don't have a super unique character. Like, I don't think there's any way to unlock free hairstyles. I think if I want a different hairstyle for her, then I would actually have to pay up money. The biggest problem, actually, let me hop into this character again real fast. We still have like a little over 20 minutes. The biggest problem I have in this game right now is that I don't really understand a lot of the things. Like, I don't really understand the system with upgrading the Akashic cards. I don't really understand like what some of the things do. Where are they? Like I understand what these chips are supposed to do, and it's a huge pain in the ass. Like I'm level 52, but I'm still wearing +9 level 30 gear, just because like the stuff that it takes to upgrade these what are these things called, like, yeah, the weapon extensions and the gear extensions. Like, I don't really know how you're supposed to be able to effectively grind for those. I've been able to get away with my shitty gear, but it's not great.
クラウドリーム連合銀行はあなたの資産を安全にお守りします。
I wish I could get another of these free storage upgrades, because I am very much running out of space. I can wait for a minute, but I'm probably gonna hop on Stella and do like one more mission soon before I go offline, so I can take a very much needed shower. Yeah, while I do like that hair, I wouldn't be able to use it because it would conflict with my backpack. Like, I really like the radio backpack. Actually, I like the glasses. The glasses make her look very different.
やあやあどうも。
Wait. Okay, yeah. I was working on. I usually just like wear new parts of the outfits as I unlock. Yeah, I know it's you. I usually wear new parts of the outfits as I unlock them. But so far the like SFL military uniform is my favorite. I'm probably gonna keep the radio pack on no matter what. I really like it. Yeah, I did most. Okay, yeah. Yesterday I did. I just unlocked the gloves, so I still need to do deep core, arc run, and arc ship. It's going to take some time. It matches the outfit. I mean, with the blue streak on her hair, I'm sure that once I complete this outfit, it's going to be very interesting. I don't really understand like. This is also part. Like the outfit, some of the outfits come with optional things. Like this is also part of what you unlock here, but this takes both the face and like ear slot. So if I equip this, it gets rid of. Well, there we go. If I equip this, then I can't wear the little hat, and I want to wear the little hat. Oh wait, no, I want to wear my scouter. Very Dragon Ball Z looking. I wonder if there's actually any hairstyles for this character that don't interfere with the pack too much. Appearance, hairstyle. Yeah, this is the one you have, and as you see, like it would clip super hard into the backpack. I mean, almost all of them would. This one would actually be the most ideal because it's like super short, and this wouldn't clip into the backpack. I mean, this one wouldn't either, but I don't like what that one looks like. No, I don't like buns, so that's a no. No. Yeah, if you want there to be no back clipping, your options are very limited. Wait, isn't this just a basic hairstyle but with like pink on the end? This kind of works. No, it's still clipping. Wait, where is the one that I have selected right now? No. Yeah, they really didn't bother like securing many things against clipping in this game, did they? You know, the only thing that really work is the short hairstyles. What's the difference between these two? I think I like this one more than actually, because this one has the blue streak in it. How much would that even cost? Oh, okay, they do it through that system where it's like they make all kinds of things cost 300, but then you're forced to spend more. You know what? I'll consider buying that hairstyle at some point. I mean, this hairstyle, while I'm running around, it doesn't clip through the backpack, so it's not the end of the world. Does it actually let me preview what the top is going to look like? I don't think it's going to let me, is it? Oh wait, no, you can see an achievement, can't you? Well, it's fine. Usually I just look what thing. I don't really preview what things look like. Looks fluffy. It does look very fluffy. Like, it's kind of like some sort of double ponytail looking thing. Convenience. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that there's actually like a whole room system in this game. I mean, it's not a very good system, but it does exist. What does this one do? Recover 10% stamina, 10% every 5.5 seconds. Ooh, that actually seems pretty good, actually. Wait, what does this do? Ooh, weapon extensions. Definitely need those. I need to find a way to actually properly grind all these, like the gear and weapon extensions, so that when I hit 55, I can actually properly like upgrade to level 55. Because like this +7 level 30 weapon is still better than an unupgraded level 55 weapon. It's kind of whack, if you ask me. I also noticed I really need to fix my gear. I didn't notice how low the durability had gotten. I can't even use any of these because the weapon that I have is too low to put any of them on. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. Is there anything else I can open that I've forgotten about? No, not really. Did I use you already? I did. Pretty sure I've... Oh, I still have a bunch of them here. I mean, they're all low grades, but you never know. I already have a really strong weapon. I mean, I'm gonna have no choice but to find a way to grind for these... like upgrade things anyway, because there's nothing on the market that I can use. So I don't really have much of a choice. Yeah, but it's just a farm extension from Lunafall. I have no idea what Lunafall is, but I'll look it up later. Anyway, we'll finish opening all of these, then I'll hop on to do one more mission on Stella, and then I'll probably call it. It'll have been a very short stream, but I am super sticky and super tired from being in this heat all day, so I think I just want to eat something and watch a series on Netflix or something and just completely space out. And then once it cools down a little bit and I'm feeling like myself again, I'll probably spend way too much time grinding. The lost asphalt golem. Need to get that golem on my other characters as well. I love him. Don't eat me. You can't stop me. Okay. Have you gotten everything? Hit class gear core. Okay, I'm not sure why she's linking that. Have I used everything? Okay, I'm going to hop back on Stella. We'll do one more mission. Or maybe two. No, we only have 10 minutes left, so probably just do one more. Oh, it's been a fun ride. Don't worry, we'll bury you in like a pet cemetery or an Indian burial ground or whatever, so you can become a zombie instead. Or a skeleton, depending on how hungry people were. The difference on whether you become a zombie or a skeleton only depends on how hungry the cannibal was. You have done well. It's a pity the entrance has disappeared, but we'll find another solution. I don't want to give all the work to a child, but with that performance, I can only recognize you as a soul worker. Well, of course, that's a given. Just cremate me. Nuh-uh. You're joining the skeleton war. That's not optional. Everybody has to join the skeleton war. People who get cremated are just like escaping their mandatory military service, and they have to do it as ghosts instead. Now get some rest. I'll call you if there's anything new. Oh, and I do have a small request. Can you fetch Catherine? Achoo! Did you call me because you wanted something? No, I don't want anything. Is there something you wanted to see me about, Catherine? No. Me? Why me? This isn't going anywhere. Catherine, stay with Victor. With Victor? Why? Stella, please tell Victor that he should watch over Catherine and not let her go anywhere. Wait, you're giving me a nanny? Exactly. Watch over poor Catherine. Stella, I'm sure you've carried out a mission with Catherine, haven't you? Sure, we really tore it up. Then you know it too, don't you? How weak Catherine is. But it still isn't a problem, as strong as I am. Will you still be able to say that if Catherine is dead? That's a dead flag if I've ever heard one. What? You are soul worker and strong. You can take care of yourself well enough. But if you're out with a weak Catherine, can you be sure that you can protect her sufficiently? Once everyone is together, then... After you were there, several people in Rocco Town died. Think about that. That can happen to Catherine too. If you bear that in mind, I'm sure you can understand my point of view. That's mean. You're talking about me like I'm just a burden. After all, I'm a supernatural. Precisely because you are my daughter. I don't want you to cause even more trouble. I'm trying to help people. Everyone has a role in life. Yeah, mine is a toilet roll. It is selfish to put your life at risk, just to get away from that role. I know how you feel, but you're not special, just my daughter. That's just mean, man. Like, I know he's just trying to stop her from being reckless, but that just seems like an overly mean way to put it. Emotional damage. Yeah, that is an emotional damage. Do you mean I should know my place? Alright, I'll do that and stick with Victor for now. In future, I will act as befits my place. I'm sorry about what happened. But one more thing. Daddy, lose the stupid mustache. But I think the mustache fits with like his hairstyle and outfits. I'm on my way. I don't like this, but it's for her own good. Actually, will you look better without the mustache? Maybe? Yeah, but it was mean. It was mean. I'm glad you understand me at least a little. If you, as a soul worker, had remained stubborn, I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I don't want anything to happen to Catherine either. Stella, I say this because I think you can understand it. I don't want you to die either. You hope I stay alive? Yes, exactly. As I see it, you're all valuable children. The future of our land. Unfortunately, in this situation, I have no other choice but to treat you like a soul worker. I promise I will create a world in which one day you and Catherine will be able to forget the ability and frolic in a field of beautiful flowers. Seriously, they keep raising dead flags for Catherine and I'm not okay with this. Yes, thank you. Please go see Victor and tell him what I said. Please tell him exactly. I need to rest a bit. But do you think my mustache is really that bad? I don't know, I don't like mustaches, so don't ask me about them. Hello. Oh, Stella, it's been a while. Sorry, but do you know why Catherine suddenly came to me in a huff? Probably because her father caught her following me on a mission. So that's what happened. Understood. Then I'll watch out for her from now on. Don't be upset, Catherine. Lieutenant Colonel Aaron is just worried about you. That's hardly consolation. I thought you were on my side, Stella. Traitor! I'm offended. Yeah, make a Twitter account then, or a Tumblr account. But I couldn't do anything. That's just an excuse. You can do anything if you want to. But you can't come back again when you die. If I die? If I get injured or if it's tough, that doesn't bother me. If you were to die because of me, I couldn't bear it. That's why I couldn't say anything to your father. Stella? Ahem. There's still the fact that you're on his side. That's why I'm offended. I'm sorry, Catherine. Catherine, I should still have said something. That's right, I should be conscious of my position. An incapable kid like me doesn't belong with a soul worker. Now please go. Daddy and Stella, I hate you both. I'm younger than you. Stop being a twat. Stella, I'll take care of her. Would you talk to Brooke? She's been looking for you. It seemed to be something urgent. Please hurry. Alright. You're late. Why did it take so much time? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to like vocalize those noises. What? Have you had a good ticking off again? Why do you look so sad? Catherine hates me. Did you argue? No reason for concern. Catherine is still a young child. She hates anything that isn't always on her side. Everything will be alright again soon. Then you can make up. Make up? I don't even know how that works. Don't worry. Children change their minds constantly anyway. I'll help you make up later. The main thing is, there are biscuits. Yes. You absolutely have to help me. Understood? Yes. Children change their minds constantly. Now, yes, there is someone looking for you. Look over there. See that fat guy over there? He runs the net company's eastern branch. What a tub of lord. He's round as a bowling ball. Yes, a tub in the truest sense. He's living proof that people are exactly the way they look. He wants to talk to you. What does he want? I don't know either, and I don't want to know. People from the net company aren't exactly normal. They'd sell their own grandmothers if there was money in it. I bet they drown their chips in ketchup too, don't they? Wait, is this like the British way of chips, where it's like fries, they call fries chips? I'm gonna assume that, because if you like, you know, chips as in the crunchy ones, if you put ketchup on that, that's a whole new level of heresy, to be honest. These disgusting types will do anything for money. We have plenty of people like that in the real world. Need a good old stretch, completely for free. Yeah, I hate when they get soft. They ought to be crispy. But no, not like that. This is about more important things. How do I put this? Thanks to their help, things are better in the city zone, but they use that to exploit us as they will. For them, human life is just business. Well, anyway, they're bad. I know that too. Oh, you understand that they're evil? Sure. After all, they locked me up. Wait, what? Is there some Stella lore I'm missing here? Like, at what point was she locked up by them? I feel like I'm missing something here. Like, I don't understand why she says that they locked her up. Is this like some like before the world ended type of lore that I'm not realizing? Then they owe you too. I don't like the idea of sending you over there alone. I'll go with you. And now let's see what that swine has to say to you. Hey, I brought along the person you mentioned. You're smaller than I thought. Is this tiny thing really a soul worker? They call me a hero in Rocket Town. I've already fought here twice too. At least my job is a great deal better than yours. Wait, was that meant to be the Brook dialogue? What are you doing here? Didn't I tell you to call over the little one? I didn't say you should come along yourself. I'm currently busy with the soul worker. I can't stand by and not help those who fight for us against the monsters. Keep blabbering. I guess I don't have to introduce myself. Remember me, don't you? We met recently in Rocco Town when you were fighting a big puppet. Did we? I don't even remember seeing him in Rocco Town, but apparently we did. Yes, I can't forget your voice. Because I told you to destroy the wall. Whichever way you look at it, I'm the reason they're all calling you a hero. That seems like a bit of a stretch. I won't say thanks. My goodness, the arrogance. Do you care so little about others? Shut up, I'm not talking to you. I called you because I have a mission for you. I want you to enter the subterranean tunnels of Kansas City. I don't know what's going on down there, but the water supply has dried up. No, I don't want to befriend you. But anyway, we're almost out of drinking water. Do you really want to be responsible for making people go thirsty? You're funny. Do you think we're your lackeys? Are we your lackeys? Do you think you can just order us around? Go and do what you want if you don't like it. You could also just barricade the tunnels and leave the city. I'll be going now. Would that be okay? If you want to, you can just say. But the people won't have any more water if I don't help. Good, the net company provides you with free water. Even this little job is too much work for you. Oh my god, this guy is a cunt no matter what, but like in the Stella playthrough, he's even more than a cunt than usual. I gotta go. Bye. Well, as soon as we're done with the dialogue, I'm probably gonna go off as well, because I am beginning to space out super hard. So, don't worry. Have a great rest of your day. Look, I know what you mean, but we can't go to a place as dangerous as that without more information. A dangerous place, the subterranean tunnels? Who are you, the princess and the pea? Weakling, damn. How do you know it was the Soul Junk or Vessi who destroyed the tunnels? Will you take responsibility if this goes wrong? Even if you're right and monster mobs or Vessi appear. Yes, what then? Think you can do without drinking water? Oh damn. Go there or don't, it's your decision. Just decide now. Let's go, Stella. I have to report to Lieutenant Colonel Aaron. I mean, this guy is always a douchebag, but the dialogue now made him seem like more of a cunt than in any of the other dialogues I've seen. I wish the dev gave the player an opportunity to kill off this one NPC. I mean, we're still hunting him on Spear Lady, so I don't know if we're actually going to get the chance to kill him, but it'll be very satisfying if we do. Either way though, I know I said one more mission, but I think I'm just going to call it because I'm super tired. Let me actually see, I wonder... Is anybody else streaming this game right now? Okay, can I just have my own channel, please? Twitch, please. All worker. No, there's only 3 people streaming it. Actually, is this a VTuber? Kind of like a PNG tuber, but they're not they don't even seem to have a mic, so nah. I think I'll just go send you guys over to Melon. She is currently playing Final Fantasy 14 online. Let her know that I'm melting. Get to end an NPC. Time to take out Trisha, or just mod the game so that he's just not there anymore. I only see one ENG streamer in this game category. I saw 2, but the only one that like had an avatar wasn't talking, and I generally don't like raiding no mic people. I mean, I understand why some people wouldn't feel comfortable talking, but you can just do something like what Centria does then, and use text to speech if you don't want people to know what you sound like. Okay, I'm just gonna retreat to select character because as soon as I've eaten something, had a shower, and cooled down a little bit, I'm probably gonna continue grinding on this character for a little bit. Okay, but for now, Soul Worker, you need to shh. No more. Oop. Why eat me? I mean, you're assuming that I'm going to eat you right now, so maybe you just want to be eaten, huh? Anyway, I'm sorry about the short stream, but this heat is really killing me. Hopefully the heat is going to subside soon. I can do longer streams without melting again. And if it doesn't, then maybe I'll really buy an air conditioner. Either way though, thank you for stopping by. If you want to know when I go live, I have a Twitter and a Discord where I announce when I go live, and I'm going to try in the near future to start using a schedule so people have a better idea of exactly when I'm going to be live as well. If you missed any past streams, I also have a YouTube channel where I upload most of the VODs. If you want to join the Discord, all you have to do is !Discord if the bot is live. But even if it was a really short stream, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully I will see you again. Well, I might stream tomorrow, but most likely the next stream will be on Friday. And if everything goes alright, we'll make that one a little bit longer than this one. But for now, once again, thank you for coming. Have a great rest of your day. And tell Melon I'm melting and to send me, I don't know, send me a nice melon, I guess. That one that's been in the fridge. Bye bye.
Back into the building again? Again?